Welcome to this important series called Is Your Mutual Fund's Returns Are Negative? And for the last 2 days, I shared about how this mutual fund is working and how people are investing in particular when it comes to investing in mutual funds. So today's video is all about how to monitor and when you should monitor. Hi, hello. This is Ganesan, your millionaire coach and author of the book Money Leaks. And this monitoring system is the biggest problem because we don't know how to monitor, how frequently, all these stuff, right? So because of that, people are not able to track the system, and people get confused because whenever I ask people, "Are you investing in mutual funds?" They will show me a statement of insurance ULIP policies and say that yes, I'm investing in SIP. But the point is, both works in a different way, but the terminologies, NAV and all these stuff are same. And even in ULIP policy, they invest on a month-on-month basis. So this creates a confusion, right? That is a mutual fund. But the problem is, mutual fund is altogether different, and the expense ratio and everything is totally different. So today, see about when to monitor and how frequently you should monitor. Right? When you should monitor. Ideally, once in 6 months, you can check out your statement. If initial check on which kind of funds you're investing. Say you invested in an equity fund, large cap equity fund. Check once in 6 months because sometime it will take some. Market might not be good, or that particular fund will be investing in a particular strategy. If these are the conditions, you should allow the fund to grow and see. And 6 months, if it is an SIP, you may be in whatever the amount you're investing in through that SIP, you can wait to see how it is growing. Probably after 6 months, you can check out the returns and compare it with peers, because that is the most important stuff. When you compare the fund with among peers, for example, inside large cap we have Access Blue Chip Fund, SBI Blue Chip Fund. These two funds are totally into blue chip and large cap categories. Inside this large cap categories, we have n number of funds. I think through ICICI Prudential Focused Equities, okay, blue chip fund is there. So these three funds are in same category, but the returns will be different because the fund constitutions might be different by a margin. And in that case, how the fund has performed, and there may be funds. There are 40 fund houses, and almost 80% of the fund house will have some large cap fund. And if it is not a popular fund house like Axis or SBI, HDFC, there may be change in returns. The returns between the top and low performing funds is always huge, maybe 8 to 9%. That creates a difference between are you in top percentile or are you in bottom percentile of returns. This can be done only when you monitor, when you compare it with peers and know which category you're investing, right? And also, are you investing in mutual funds first? That is the first thing you should monitor because many of the people. As I started, they get confused, right? And if you're not clear, and even if you're not able to understand these few steps, first, is it a mutual fund clearly? And then after 6 months, monitoring among its peers. If you're These two are most important. And then link it with financial goal, how long you want to invest. The third most important stuff. People will invest for a year or two and they think that let me close it down and pay down my EMI, start my own home or whatever. Why did you start this is most important, but people give up for emotional things. And finally, if the returns are not good or you're not clear with these three important steps to monitor, ask an advisor, pay a fees or whatever, and ask an advisor, is it a good way to start investing? Why my fund is not performing? And is it wise to change the fund? So these are the questions you should ask them, right? Clear? So the most important stuff is monitoring part. Most of the people will never do that. So now you know how to monitor and how frequently you need to monitor, right? So if you have any questions, if your fund is not performing for say 6 months or 1 year or 3 years, you need to know why it is not performing. And certain fund houses would have stuck to a strategy and it may not do good. And let me finish off this video with the best example of HDFC top 100 fund. It is in the market for more than 25 years, and the fund manager Prashant, he is well known in the industry, and he sticks with the policy. Like finding the value related stock and sticking with that stock and going against the market. If everybody in the market are investing in a particular category of funds, a particular category of stocks, this guy goes with this way. and saying that this is the value and I'll stick with it, and it has delivered. But the point is, at some point of time, this HDFC top 100 will not be performing, and when the contra works, this will be the only stock which will be performing in a much bigger way. So the people who are sticking with this fund for a very long time, they have seen some good returns, decent returns in the large cap, and now it has been into large cap category. So thank you so much. If you have any queries with respect to your funds or why it is not performing, and anything related to monitoring stuff and why the hell I should monitor all these things, please feel free to post your questions in the comment section. I'll be answering all your queries. And if you like this video, please like this video, share this video with your friends, so I know you guys are monitoring, and you will monitor in the future, at least from now on. Thank you so much.